Hi everyone. I have decided to do my Big Thinker project on Salman Khan, the creator of Khan Academy. So I think we all know Khan Academy primarily for making all of those videos. I think he has a pretty huge bank of videos now, starting off with math and science videos, and now he's got tons of other subjects. But in his interview specifically that I watched, he was really excited to talk about his new exercise platform. And I have a little snippet of a probability question from his exercise platform. You can kind of see where the students would actually get to type in their answer. And then the computer will check it to see, obviously, if it's correct. They'll push them forward. So it's based on mastery oriented learning. And obviously, therefore, being self paced. So if the kids get it correct, they keep going on to the next skill level. And if they get it incorrect, they can look at different hints. They can try other similar practice questions until they, start to understand that one. And then it'll move them forward once they get the question right. So he was also, which I thought was interesting, talking about how now he wanted to think of his videos just as something to complement these exercises. He was thinking really that these exercises are going to be kind of, like the big and more important part of Khan Academy, and then the videos will just be there to supplement them. So I thought that was interesting. He talked a lot about how the students should just be using the videos as needed. So it might not, like all of these videos might not work 100% of the time for 100% of the students. So some students might need to watch half of the video. Some students might need to not watch the video at all. They might just master the practice on their own. And some students might have to watch the whole video once or twice or even 3 times before they really get something out of it. So then he kind of segued into the fact that these videos were there to take the lecture out of the classroom. So now the word I think of is, I think he wants to use them as a flipped classroom method. So the students watch these videos independently on their own time, at home, out of class. So when they are in class, they can do other things. And I think that's where he got this idea of liberating the classroom. So he talked a little bit about just how he thinks students learn best, and he thinks that they learn best through project-based learning and by collaboration. So learning from each other, learning best by talking with each other. And when the teacher is lecturing for, a big chunk of class, that can't happen. So freeing up the classroom so students can talk to each other. Teachers can do more project-based learning. They can run simulations. They can create these projects and activities for their students. And when their students are involved in these simulations or projects, it helps to, reach a different level of understanding than just sitting and absorbing words from the teacher's lecture. And I think it helps students to internalize these concepts. They can really make their learning their own, and it should, help them realize how useful these concepts could be in their real life or in the real world. So this made me think about my flipped classroom attempt. I have really for the past 2 years been attempting to build a flipped classroom design in my AP statistics class. I love simulations and projects and activities in class. There's so much to do with statistics, and we can take the data that we come up with and we can look at a dot plot and talk about the shape. So many different things to help us kind of deepen our understanding for that AP exam. And when the kids are involved in those simulations, it really helps those concepts stick with them. And I need them to stick with them all year because I want them to be successful in the AP exam at the end of the year. So for me in Baltimore County, these computers, these one-to-one devices that we just rolled out recently this year, finally allow me to feel comfortable assigning videos for homework. In years past or prior to this year, I was worried to do that because I was never sure if all of my students had access to the internet or even a computer to watch the videos on. And now that we have them, I am able to do so. So Khan he discussed how, kind of going back to what I said before, that the videos work sometimes for some of the students. So this past year, I would get frustrated because I could tell that some of my students weren't watching the videos at all, or maybe they were stopping them halfway through, or they were just kind of clicking through the videos and trying to tune in every so often. Um, but I think his speech made me realize I have to let go a little bit, and some of the students might not need to watch that entire video to actually learn it. Um, so, I mean, I can do my best assigning these videos and providing them for them, and then it's up to the students to kind of do the rest. If they can learn it without it, then great. Um, so I liked how I could think of class time now as an opportunity for the students to teach each other. My AP kids are really strong math students, and they bring a lot and they have a lot to contribute. And if I can let them kind of do the talking to each other and less responsibility on me, the better. I've been trying to kind of build with this mentality that the student should work harder than the teacher. Um, so stepping back, just kind of making these videos for them, providing them, and then in class, I step back, let them learn from each other, let them learn from the simulations, let them kind of build their own experiences with it, would really be an ideal way to run that class. So the one con I had for Khan Academy was he seemed to, be really excited about the fact that students were going to be watching these videos on their own. Um, and just, I feel like my reality is I can only, you know, successfully run a flipped classroom with my AP level students. I don't see my standard level students, they don't have the support at home to always get out their homework and complete it. They don't, um, they're not motivated to try and watch these videos on their own and kind of complete those self-paced activities unless someone is just standing over their shoulder or they're forced to because of their grade. So I just was wondering what the ideas were to be for kids who aren't going to watch those videos at home. What do I do with them in class when they come and they are not prepared as the students who watch the videos are?